Jesus. The camera's having a fucking hissy. Alright, guys. Ooh, took a little longer than I wanted. I might have to take a break out of nowhere. I'm hoping to finish this first. As I've talked about, my car's broken. I just try to run it occasionally to keep the battery going. Car wasn't unlocking, so I unlocked it with the key because the fob wasn't working. I get in the car, try to turn it on. It locks my key in the fucking ignition because it's a piece of shit. So I need to jump my car in a bit. I mean, I don't really want to leave my car with the keys in it and unlocked, even if it's broken, not working. So, whenever my brother's up, we're gonna jump that. But for now, let's finish this. I'm not really too worried about that. I don't think it's the first time. I just forgot that happened because it's been so long. So we're just gonna finish this. I'm tired of playing it. It's not very good. I mean, for Zelda standards, it's bad. Just in general, it's just kind of weak. There's parts of it that are above mediocre, but some of it's just a pain, man. And it's not even just a touch for me. It doesn't help. It doesn't feel really good. But there's enough moments of touch that feel cute or clever that I think if they really had, just a better package would actually be pretty neat. So hoping Spirit Tracks kind of helps there. But overall, yeah. I mean, stuff like the music, the visuals, the dungeons are just kind of dry. The activities and exploration's kind of weak because all of the collectibles and upgrading stuff is just not that good. Like there's some cute stuff here and there. The maps, the abilities where you can draw. There's not many. Definitely feels budget. I mean, for 20 plus hours, I've been at it for 26 something hours. I've got like 5 items, right? That's all the items. Or 6. Yeah, shovel's really not that awesome, right? It's just very bare bones. I feel like the meat of it's very bare bones. I definitely think the controls and all that are not something I'm terribly fond of, but honestly, I could totally be okay with them with the game to back it up a bit. Like the RNG ship parts, only being able to use one of these at a time and needing to get all of them to even get one to level 2. Most of the upgrades are just bomb bag, like size increases. I mean, after Link Between Worlds, that shit seems lame, right? I mean, not that there's ever any. Not that they ever give you anyways. I guess I should go to the store and buy some quick. Just very tedious to run around in this game. Lots of running, lots of backtracking, lots of waiting, lots of carrying shit, lots of just slow, tedious stuff. Lots of cutscenes, like fights that last less long than the cutscenes to show you the door open because of the fight. I mean, he hates it. I don't like it. There's times I have fun with it. There's times I'm like, oh, this is clever, this is cool. But it's clearly a budget game that cared about gimmicks before quality. And I'm done with it at this point. So the 2 heart pieces I don't have are the Masked Beetle shop, which you can only get at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on weekdays, and 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. on weekends. So I'm not gonna even fucking care about that right now. And then the other heart piece is grinding fish until I find the biggest fish in the game. So we're just gonna go ahead and move on. I'm not getting all of the fucking spirit things either. There's no way this final boss is hard enough that I need it, and if I don't want to do it, then I don't give a fuck, right? I explored every single thing I could. And if the heart pieces are that unhinged, you know the rest is gonna be shit, so. No, we're doing Spirit Tracks as the next, well, Four Swords might be the next one. I need a fucking break, but that'll be coming up in the next couple weeks. Some people say it's better, that it's got more charm, which wouldn't be hard because this has the charm of a fucking rock. Every island's flat and boring. Just grass or dust with like washed out colors. At least on this pad. I guess it's a little better on your guys' screen. The music is this. Every time. There's like 4 new songs in the game, and there's a 5-second drum loop, a Link to the Past bass line of From the Caves, a dungeon song, which is like they're all like 10-second loops. It's probably the worst Zelda soundtrack I've ever heard. It's insane. Kuyoshi. Yeah, I mean, for Zelda, it's very bad, but like for an average game, I mean, it's just kind of weak. It's clunky, cumbersome. It's just not really like fun. Like there's no cool events really going on. No fun themed dungeons. The items are about pretty much what you'd expect. They just have a little bit more cleverness to like how they're used. I mean, like you just draw, right? Which is cool. It's really neat. But I mean, that's kind of the end of it. Like I think these items could be used in a really good way. That's what I mean is like it has lots of potential. It has a few cool things, but it just fumbles the execution when Zelda's usually very polished. Spirit Track's overworld song waiting room, yeah. Like even this dungeon's a really cool idea. It's like a super dungeon that you come back into over 4 or 5 times throughout the game, and each time you come back with new items and you cut time off it. The whole thing's on a timer, and you speedrun it better and better and get a better midpoint, and then you know, find shortcuts and stuff, and you know, then you can get to the end with more time. And there's upgrades out in the world to give yourself more time in here. There's only like 3. I found like some sand and out in the fucking ocean. The other 30 spots I found in the ocean are just randomized ship parts, which unless you get a full set of randomized ship parts, you don't even get like a part upgrade. But you're supposed to trade with your friends online, but it's a fucking 25-hour game. Or a 30-hour game. Like, who the fuck's doing that, man? There's no reason for it either. There's no tough ship fights. So it's just for looks. It's like, damn, I can do better than that. Come on. Anyways. So the idea of this dungeon's really cool. But the problem is, it's mostly just waiting around for patrols and picking up shit. And there's not many like riddles or secrets. It's just like really obvious like shortcuts and stuff. And it's not bad, but there's so much potential for like smaller rooms that you speedrun better and more like clever stuff and something that's like a bigger part of the game, but it's just like it's more like just busy work. Yeah, I mean the music cannot be any worse, so all the good music is literally just copied. Like half of this game is just OT sound effects and like music. The rest is Wind Waker and this kind of music. Yeah, I don't know. There's times I have fun with it, but usually it's just I'm just kind of like annoyed with it. It's just kind of like like if you're trying to find a bunch of shit, there's so much fucking just monotonous bullshit you gotta do. There's like no in-game reward for it. Alright, so we're back here. This is gonna be the 3rd time I've done this floor. I don't know if there's a quicker way to do it. There should be something somewhere, probably. But... Hey, Frizz, thank you, man. Oh, that was almost synced up. Thank you. I don't know how you hit that. And to be frank with you, I don't really give a fuck. Let me restart if I can. If they let me. Ooh, lunch. Yeah, I just had some lunch. Just like unhealthy shit. Hot dog, corn dog, tiramisu. I'll have something good, man. Where do we need to go? I've only gotten one new item since I've been here last, so. I think I could just freely go downstairs. I need the key though. I can remember where the fucking key is. I can kill these guys now because I have the phantom sword, which disappointingly is just like a master sword, essentially. I don't know if I need to pick this thing up and bring it downstairs, probably. I thought they were gonna have some like really cool, unique looking sword, because it's called the Phantom Sword, but it's just like a fucking master sword. It even had the music for it, with an hourglass in the handle. Not even the handle, but like the part between the guard or whatever. Pretty fucking lame, man. Yeah, it's barely. I don't remember which way I'm going. Barely anything different. But I can kill these now. Stuff like the note taking I really like in this, or the idea of it. Just did that because it just doesn't come together. Like, I love this concept. I hated it as a kid, but I like it now. It just doesn't do enough with it, man. It's a shame. So this should be the last run. I think the idea is the final boss is at the bottom of this dungeon. Really, the 30 seconds just fell? When you kill them, they give you 30 seconds, but they walk through walls, but if you kill them in the walls, I guess you just lose it? Sick. Yeah, I never figured out how to do this. It was probably something with the new item I just didn't do last time. It's okay. I don't care what that is. I mean, we're done, so. If I wanted to save more time, I could use bomb shoes, so I could control where they're going, which is cool. I really like that. You can plan out where you're gonna go and then like waste time with them and stuff to like wait for patrols to come and hit them and stuff. It's really neat, but I just don't utilize it enough. There's cool stuff here, but Link Between Worlds kind of cleverness. This looks like a fucking joke. Despite this having some pretty strong ideas here and there. A lot of these chests are just like infinitely farmable. I doubt the final boss will need a timer. We'll see though. And do these in a certain order to unlock the next floor. Otherwise you just get a basic room. This room was a lot of things. We'll probably wait around a bunch. It'll just be safer. Oh, it doesn't go all the way. Whoops. Whatever, at least I can kill these guys now. We're just gonna have to wait. I don't know if this will work actually. Oh. Last time I opened up all the gates ahead of time before I even noticed that the boulders were a thing. It don't really matter. Guess I'm just in more of a hurry this time. I had so much time last time. Like 15, 16 minutes. It's a Zelda game for kids. It's not gonna get that fucking wild. I mean, it would be cool if there was like optimization that I had to really think about, but there just won't be. I mean, I don't need to get too buck wild. But. I'll wait for this dude to get closer since I already used the boulder. He's got the key anyways. What does this do? Oh, just gives you a chest. Looking for something a little stronger. Do not remember where I'm going. I mean, good to get him killed, but... We're almost done, man. We just gotta get to the bottom of this shit. I feel you, brother. I'm not even, like, caring about optimizing my time. We're just fucking rolling, dude. Yeah, this soundtrack's been driving me fucking crazy. The same fucking music the whole playthrough, and it's, like, not even good. Wow, I'm gonna go out there now that I'm at the bottom of this dungeon and just fucking do it again. Cause I just love fucking running around, fucking wasting my goddamn time. This shit. It's probably good. It saves me some trouble. These fuckers out of my face, man. Wait, can I skip this whole floor? Might be able to. The power of the hammer. Ah, bitch. So this shit was cool like the first time. Not so cool the millionth time. Like, yeah, we got, this is the new shortcut. Like, this is all the new tech we got in the last 10 minutes. That's what I mean, is like, it's a cool idea that almost never gets, like, capitalized on. I gotta skip, like, one. Like, I don't know, I gotta skip, like, I mean, I guess I skipped a little bit extra. I skipped 4. It just doesn't do enough. There's not enough floors. They're not varied enough. Like, you could make, like, a whole game based on this shit. Instead, it's just kind of like a thrown together a few floors that, I mean, they're neat, but they're just not reinforced by the rest of the game enough. Like a couple sand upgrades, a few items to make some more shortcuts. I could probably get some more time by going and grabbing the skeleton guys and killing them. We'll do that real quick. When you put 2 of these in, they spawn 2 dudes to chase you down, but you could just wait. Yeah, I think this game has one of the pettiest lines I've seen. It was so funny. We were laughing at it. There was a skeleton that, God, I wonder if it was like a NOA thing. A skeleton that said he's like dead, and he's like, oh, you know, I used to make, I made fun of the game for not using the control pad to move, and he's like, oh, how wrong, and you know how regretful I am that I ever said that or something. And you're like, what? It's pretty much saying like fuck people who don't want like it full touch. And I think it's just like so ironic considering this is like considered a pretty shitty one. Let's see if I can find the line. I should have clipped it. There's this like skeleton. Oh yeah, it pretty much just outright just said anybody who wants to use buttons is a fucking idiot. And it's really good. Let me see if I can find it. Nobody has a quota. Oh, here it is. Oh no, I can't find the actual quote. But I see people joking about it. That they're pretty much... It feels like the biggest cope. Like they're just in super denial about it. Fuck, I don't remember where it was. Maybe this guy's got it? I'm on Schrodinger's blog. Oh, here it is. This is the quote. It's no fun not being able to play using the control pad. If I have one regret, it's being so stubborn and saying such a thing. I don't think I've seen such a, like, petty jab like in-game towards the players like that. I mean, maybe I have before, but you'll see, like, devs, like, making fun of people, like, you know, baby difficulty and shit, but it feels like it's all kind of just in, like, the spirit and style of some games, but seeing like a big production like a Zelda one have this like petty jab at like people's like not liking the touch controls is funny. It screams like desperate. Well, time sure fucking I don't even hate the idea of the touch controls myself, it's just the execution, but it's funny how time rotted that fucking comment. We're back down here. The game seem like quieter now, or is it just me? Yo, sick free, thanks. Yeah, I mean, most people seem to not be big fans. I mean, I'm sure there's a couple words, but on average, this one seems to be pretty disliked. And it stayed that way. There's definitely things as a kid I probably didn't like that I like now after fully playing through it. I like some of the notes, some of the touch is cool, but the execution's just shoddy overall. And the dungeons and like the look and the soundtrack are just weak. It's just not what you'd expect from a Zelda game. It's an okay game overall, not to being generous, but as a Zelda game, it's really pretty bad in terms of relative quality. And thank you very much for subbing, buddy. Yeah, we're almost done. Not too sad. I said. God, these dudes. I didn't think they'd lock the fucking door on me. Yeah, I mean, Spirit Tracks sold half as much as this. For a fucking reason, right? Not because Spirit Tracks is necessarily bad, but because this game was just not doing it for people. Monday it is. How much money this is going to be harder than the final fucking boss? What is this section? Two of them? Or three of them? I don't have to tell you, man. If only I could. Wow, even deeper. I can't wait. There you go. Ease into the week. The end is really close. Wish that was true. We'll see if it is. Wow, everybody's here. Okay. Yeah, well, doesn't really matter, probably. surprised there wasn't much more than that. We literally just redid the same thing with a fight attached to it. Very evil. Okay. You can't because it's the middle of the DS screens. Quality shit. But isn't it more immersive? What am I supposed to be doing? Killing bullshit? Oh, I'm grabbing his suds, man. Maybe I'm supposed to like boomerang them? No, if I grab them. This is the final boss. You just be any old boss, man. I guess to get to a unique song. Hello? Oh, there's a fucking ramp. Hold on, Jimmy. Hold on. I'm getting the bow out. This looks like a bow thing. Got like horrible angles. The bosses are usually at least probably the most consistently cool part of the game. Maybe, you know, about the rest of it. Don't mind waiting for me. Okay, I have to do this again. I say that, but I'm like, this boss is like, I'm like running up and down stairs. Like I forgot my keys or some shit. It's still pretty cool. I left the fucking stove on. I don't like how this part of the boss though, like half of them's not visible. Because it's the, trying to simulate like one big screen, but it's in the middle of the DS, you know? There literally is nothing there, it's just a DS screen, right? What item now, man? Something like his bow still. I just decided to leave on the fairy that lets me take less damage. Fuck it. Okay. The spirit of time and courage. Wow. Oh, okay. Are we going back downstairs? Yeah, this is the game where you fucking... This would be the game where you just walk down 2 flights of stairs on the final boss to get back to fighting him, dude. Let's go! I mean, it's still a cool boss, but yeah, it's ironic considering like that's most of the game is just fucking just pointless tedious. I just like jumping down, man. Stop time. Oh. What? Oh my god, I gotta draw shit. Oh. I just was drawing it wrong, I guess. Some fucking pain in the ass drawing shit at the end. You probably gotta draw when he starts going. Did I do it sideways or vertical? I don't know. I mean, it should just be vertical. I mean, hey man, neat they're trying stuff. But Jesus, I wish the figure 8 came out a bit more accurately. There we go. I need to just slow it down. Is he just gonna keep doing the same thing? What the? I'm trying that figure eight, man. I'm gonna try like 100 times before it fucking works. Of course, he did a spin on accident. How many times I gotta do it, man? Let's keep it the first second. Where's Lineback, man? Nothing? You gonna save us at the last second? Yeah, there he is. We're gonna leave it in vertical view for now. I don't trust. Till the credits roll, man. I can't believe Tetra was just a fucking block of stone this whole game. How lame, dude. Especially when they like un-Zelda'd her. She's probably got a fun personality again. I still don't get the fucking Zelda thing in Wind Waker where she just turns into a fucking lame ass for no fucking reason, dude. Ooh, I'm Zelda, that means I just don't do anything. They're just using all the fucking music. Is there any original music in this at all, dude? Isn't this like the... Is this like OOT ending music? What was that? Oh, there's more. What were they fucking prepping there, dude? Wasn't it like the beginning of the credits to OOT or some shit? I don't know. This is, I swear to God they made this soundtrack in probably an afternoon. 90% of it's reused, the rest is 10-second fucking loops of like... Some of it's even reused, dude. Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure that was the beginning of OT's credits for no reason. I guess because it's supposed to be Zelda and Link together. I'll do the ghost ship. Oh my god, are we gonna have a fucking ship section? That's good. The whole game was ships. It's like we haven't had a single... anything. We've had like 2 mini bosses to fight on the ship. Is it gonna be a third-person shooter section? Or am I gonna have to actually like use the fucking routing? Honestly, I just hope it's a third-person shooter bit. Maybe less jank then. I mean, it's gonna be a third-person shooter because that's all you can do on the ship is shoot. Whether I control the movement or not, it's a different story. Will this be as good as the flying section in Sonic Adventure? I don't have much health, man. Trying to read the dialogue, but you don't actually get much time in between these shots. It's actually like non-stop. I don't have a chance to miss a single time. Jesus, dude. This is like very precise for an RNG. For RNG parts, I have probably about as good as I'm going to get realistically. So you just have 6 hearts this whole fucking playthrough. You just gotta play defense, man. Sometimes I need to move the camera a bunch too. I have to. It's fine. I mean, I'd rather be, if we're gonna do it, have a little challenge. I mean, it's just a third-person shooter game. The last part of the boss was fucking easy. Oh, you can shoot the guys literally. See them when they fucking spawn. New music. Was this the second new song in the game? I mean, it's reusing some of the same style as Wind Waker, but I mean, that's totally fine. As long as it's not like totally phoned in. Oh, these are dropping hearts this time. What part? I wasn't killing the right shit. You're good. Cool. That wasn't too crazy. Save first. Oh, we got another fight. Man, this. At least it's a neat little end sequence where we're just kind of rolling. I'm glad they brought the ship in. Line back then. Yeah, apparently she's getting snatched because she has a strong soul and this thing feeds on souls or whatever. Line back, the only good thing in this fucking game. Let's go! But yeah, she just keeps getting snatched. Despite being the like headstrong, like capable pirate, he just ends up getting fucking totaled after the halfway into Wind Waker and into this game. I think she's supposed to have more of an active part in the Spirit Tracks. I fucking hope so, man. I just hope she's still got the Tetra thing, but I'm not sure if she does. Time to get Vort. Oh shit. Dark. Line back. should run over there and beat the shit out of this thing. Or we can just watch. What in the fuck? Yeah, that's true. No, I mean, not like there was a whole lot of fucking competition out there until Ganondorf came, and then she kind of just folded. And now we're out in the ghost ship and stuff, and she lost too. Super Dark Knight. Oh, the Super Phantom, I guess. What? How do I have 3 hearts? I have 3 hearts because I game overed on the ship once, and that gives you no hearts off the ship for some reason. Oh my god, I have to fucking do the time thing, dude. He keeps doing a spin instead. Oh my god, it's so bad. Hey! Oh my god, how did they expect you to do a fucking figure eight? I mean, I just start from the top and do that. Didn't work. Oh, Jesus Christ, the gimmicks, man. How about you just let me tap it? Alright, it keeps doing a spin because if you spin around him, it counts. Like, can I do it over here? Yeah, you can draw it over there. If you spin around Link, it does a slash. And then they want you to do 2 fucking figure 8. Or they want you to do a figure 8. Well, guess what's in a figure 8? A circle around Link. Like, you have to do it off to the side. It's like, did it even get fucking QA tested, man? Like, it's just fucking jank, man. Like, I want to be losing to a cool fight, not losing the fucking jank ass fucking drawing control. I'll move his back to the top screen. Okay, Jesus. I mean, you know, they're trying things. I'll give them that. They are trying things, which is cool. I just, it's like, once again, it's just like the execution's just for the chiefs. Whoa! Okay, off to the side helps a lot. What? I used to get like a sword fight at the end. I need him to like let me guide him a bit here. I gotta hit him. I tried turning around really quick and it did a slash. I think when he does that, I need to keep just running around him. Otherwise, I don't have enough time to get to him. Oh, he didn't even do anything. Who's this dude? I wish I had full hearts, too. Do you want me to use like a different item? All these hearts I got don't even matter because they started me with like 9. Like, what's up, man? Like, I'm beating the shit out of him, dude. these fights, dude. What are you doing? Jeez, now it happens. Why did it take so long? Do you have to just do this like volley back and forth with them? God, the figure eight is so stupid. You can just do quick flashes, alright. Don't forget you can only run if you like max distance your fucking cursor. If you do it close, you do like slashes and you walk and shit. So you just have to keep up the pressure and then just move out of the way, I guess. Actually pretty tight. Oh, great. Of course, it lasted for 2 seconds this time. I mean, I like that there's some actual dodging and dueling and shit going on, but good thing I had that. Oh, they made it like really quick now. Like it's so jank is the problem. You have to get it first try. Dude, it's still going. Alright, we got it. Done? Son of a bitch, man. I'm glad they went all out on this, and there's a little bit of juking, but they have to undermine it with you having to draw a figure eight, which does not work at the center of the screen because of fucking touch bullshit. And trying to get away really quick makes a slashing motion. You end up like slashing, and it's just fucking so clunky, man. I mean, you put these fights in any other game, that'd be pretty neat, but glad they tried something. Like I said, the bosses have probably been like the most consistently solid thing. Even those are without fault. Motherfucker dead. It was like a 30-minute end sequence, man. Or boss sequence. I don't know. I don't remember what they said about the ghost ship. The thing is, I thought it was that he was just directly connected to the ghost ship, but then he like corrupts the ghost ship for the finale. Like if it was just not a part of him in the first place, then what the fuck? I mean, this game's story and everything is dog shit. Who knows? I mean, not that Zelda stories are wild, but they usually are good at just setting it up and letting the atmosphere do the talking. And this doesn't even get that. Other than Linebacker, I didn't get anything right on the story front. God, Link looks so fucking disgusting in this. I don't know. Where did this corruption thing even come from again? I forget the lore. Time for Adol to lose his gear again. I mean, hey, it wasn't Ganondorf, I guess. It was a giant jellyfish. Guess he turns into a whale with fucking old man eyebrows. Fucking Linebacker just rolling by. Is this a new song? Or is this like Link's Awakening or some shit? That would be so funny if they like copied a Link's Awakening song for this shit. Because it's another whale. Okay, this is new, thank Christ. Splurged at the end. Hit him and gotcha gamer. He's a whaler. I wonder if he can turn back into an old man. And you can't even go back to your like little shack. Not that you'd want to, it's a boring ass island, the LR. Also, what is the power level on this motherfucker? You can control time and grant any wish? Why the fuck are people care about the Triforce, man? Let's go whaling, man. I mean, that fucking blob had the right idea, dude. This guy's like God, man. Maybe his god powers have a very specific 8-island radius. The Triforce was for cucks, man. This guy's out here just doing it. And whale oil, yeah. I mean, they do say he's like the king of like, he's the ocean king, but I thought it said somewhere it was like they labeled this area that links in for this game, and like maybe it's just this area, right? That he has power, I don't know. The world of the ocean king. I mean, the way they talk about it makes it sound like it's the entire ocean. Where was the ocean king when Ganondorf was underwater busting shop? Not his problem, dude. Not in his territory. Yeah, he just added a few extra ruins to go shit in. All of those kidnapped children Ganondorf was stealing. What about them? Something tells me the Ocean King only cares about getting his power back, and then he just fucking jacks off all day. Can we not pretend this is heartfelt? Link's face looks like he got hit with a fucking stick, dude. I mean, he tried to save his region, that's true. He lost his powers for it. What do they ever do? Well, I mean, they created the world. And also created a wishing device that caused fucking nothing but chaos for the rest of time. That's pretty sick, dude. I mean, come on. They made the playground, and then they made the hack, the god powers to the playground, and then told everybody good luck. What does Skyward Sword say about how did they? I don't remember. How did they explain why Ganondorf gets the power Triforce piece every single time? Doesn't that just seem like a fuck you from God, man? Yeah, the playground and the nuclear launch platform is a prank, bro. And there's multiverses, I guess, with Triforces too, because, you know, fuck it, dude. Why not? They had to watch multiple versions of their game running at once. Nate Bildorf. Is that who wrote the fucking petty ass comment about the controls that skeleton said? Everybody joked about, apparently. So yeah, this wasn't very good. The Demon King somehow had enough power to always pack in the Triforce of Power. Yeah, I mean, Skyward Sword's story was a fucking mistake, but I mean, it's out there, bro. I gotta wonder. Hey, they remembered my signature. That's cool. That's alright. We'll break it down for the 1000th time here in a bit, but it had its fun moments. I generally, you know, had some fun here and there. But as far as the usual bar is all the quality, this is far below it. It was very budget, very cheap, very uninspired. Outside of a few things here and there, a lot of it's phoned in. There's a huge disparity between some of the mechanics. The ghost ship back. What the fuck? Was it all a dream, dude? Was it a fucking Link's Awakening? what happened? The ghost ship's back too. Are we in another dimension? At least Tetra's being a bitch again, good. So you're telling me they got on the ghost ship and it transported them to like a Majora's Mask situation? And now we're just back in the normal world? Damn. They're like, hey, we're gonna do the whale thing again. Okay. It didn't seem like it was like a whale's dream or whatever, but a different world. I was wondering where these guys were. I was like, come on, man. Like, are these guys total jobbers? 10 minutes. Oh, shit. Would have been kind of cool to see these people expanded on a bit. More Tetra time. Dude, Link doesn't talk. At least they gave her personality back in this, despite only being in the game for like, what? 5 fucking minutes? God, he looks disgusting. Wait, what the fuck? Lineback got out of the fucking other dimension? What, does he not want to live there anymore? I guess he's just fucking going, dude. He's like, I'm in Hyrule now. Fuck it. You should. Hopefully he's in Spirit Tracks. Probably not. It is based, because the Princess Zelda shit was dog shit in Wind Waker. I don't know what they were thinking with that. Hey, it's the song from Wind Waker. Yeah, it's a really good song, but you got one of your own? Guess not. Well, hopefully she's in Spirit Tracks some more. It was always fun, but she never gets enough screen time. And then they neuter her and fucking the second half of Wind Waker, and she turns into a fucking like damsel. I'm a Zelda. You know, half the Zeldas actually get shit done. Not half of them, I guess. Spirit Tracks isn't a sequel. What is it? Oh, really? That's good. Is it just a new Link and shit? I thought it was the same one. Is this the end of Toon Link, dude? No shit, really. I did not know that. I thought it was the same shit. Huh. It's just all train tracks, dude. It's a Girls Frontline or something. Not Girls Frontline, what's it called? Girls Last Tour, yeah. I guess that wasn't trains. It was, tanks. Interesting. Yeah, I had no idea. Well, shit, this is the... I thought there was 2 sequels. Like, this is the only direct sequel, I guess, for Wind Waker. They just go out to sea, have a fucking quick side episode that didn't really affect the world, but I mean, it was his own thing, and then that's the end of him, dude. Jesus. I mean, that's what happens pretty much to the Ocarina of Time guy. He just disappears, doesn't find his friend, and probably fucking rot somewhere after Majora's Mask, so yippee-ki-yay. Whatever. Anyways, yeah, I didn't know that shit. I was going to see it in that light, but Cool. Yeah, I mean that's enough for me, honestly. Because having Herbie Zelda would be fucked. Well, anyways, guys, Phantom Hourglass. If you guys played it, you watched it, you saw 5 seconds, you want to talk about it, pop off. I've kind of reiterated everything a million times, but we'll do it again here, I guess. Yeah, overall, I think it has some cool ideas. I think the idea of touch is strong. With good execution. Some of the 2-screen shit is cute. There's a few cool ideas with the overarching dungeon. There was times I thought the items were cute, some of the bosses were cute, but overall, the meat and potatoes of this, the skeleton of it, just the most things in this were just super subpar. You know, on the presentation side of things, it's very just dull to look at. Most areas are just like dull grass or just dirt. Every fucking island's super flat. On the ocean, everything looks really nice. The areas, you know, there's a lot of stuff flying around, a lot of ships, a lot of rocks, a lot of big islands with full of life and stuff from the outside. They're really interesting, and then you get there and they're extremely boring. And the music is just like either just straight up just ripped out of other games wholesale. They played like the first 10 seconds of Ocarina of Time's music, and just when Tetra comes back from being stoned. Like, really? Like, and then the rest of it's like 10-second loops of like snares and shit. It's just really boring. It's actually aggravating. It's beyond bad. And then, like I said, most presentations just kind of rough. I mean, Link looks pretty shit. But otherwise, it's like, you know, the exploration and stuff. They try to do more with the ships. They try to do more with like customizing it and having more like action out in the field and stuff. But the problem is, I feel like there's too much action. And the adventure's kind of like hurt by how long a lot of it takes and how much time you have to like go and load into places, and when you get to those places, how just lame they are and lame what you find. I think this is some of the worst upgrading in a Zelda game I've played. No heart pieces, just containers. Most of them are through like either piss easy boring mini games or extremely hard like fucking like annoying, like on a quality of life level mini games like the maze. Some of them are cool. Like, I ended up liking the maze a bit more by the end of it. But Jesus, there's like nothing else. There's like bomb bag and quiver upgrades. Otherwise, you upgrade your fairies. There's 60 seeds. It's 10 per upgrade, and there's 3 different kinds. And you can only use one fairy at a time. So it's like, unless you 100% the game, you only need 10 out of the 60 seeds of a singular type. And then you're pretty much going to be where you are unless you're full 100%. There's like time of day heart containers, fish grinding heart containers. They're just boring. Like, I like some of the mini games and stuff, but other than that, there's just nothing. The boat's lame. Like, it's cool changing your visuals and stuff, but having it be RNG, loot selling, like where the fucking like price of like what you sell is like different at different days or something, destroys the economy. There's not enough to buy. They put way too much stock on you wanting to trade with your friends. Like, okay, yeah, most of the treasure chests are RNG parts, so you're getting like dupes of parts in your own fucking file. It's a 30-hour game. How many people are you really going to be trading with, right? So it's like, you know, how do you get more hearts? You have more of a certain kind of like visual style, right? Well, if you get unlucky, then you're just rolling around with like 4 or 5, or in my case 6 heart. There's not any fights that really need it. I mean, the last boss, it mattered a little bit, but I mean, all it is visuals at the end of the day with like 1 heart check, and it's like, it's nothing you can't skill through. It's just like that it's RNG. that the money economy is RNG, that half of the things you collect are honestly useless. It's just really dull. And it wouldn't be a problem if like what you were doing was fun, but most of these islands, like I said, a couple weak mini games, a couple decent ones. Otherwise they're just flat, boring with shitty music and way too many collectibles, man. Can I be honest? I think the graphics are crap and I get the whole technical limitation. I just think it looks terrible playing it now and that makes it hard. Yeah, I mean it's not a looker. 3D on the DS was never like a strong point. There's some games that make good use of like the extremely like low poly, like primitive looking graphics, and I think it has a certain charm, but a full game on it, you could see where the limitations, and honestly I would say where the budget is. It feels cheap. Unlike you really feel with Zelda games very often. We'll see how like Four Swords is. I've heard that one's kind of iffy. Adventures is supposed to be awesome, but I mean, to Four Swords' credit, it's a fucking pack-in game to A Link to the Passport, and it's like 4 hours long, so it shouldn't be too crazy, but this is like a full-ass 30-hour game. I don't know, and it goes beyond that. It's not just presentation, it's not just music, it's like level design, it's the minute-to-minute gameplay. Like, the touch is clunky, it's cumbersome, it's a pain to draw stuff, you end up doing attacks you don't want to do, movements you don't want to do. Oh, I'm gonna roll, but you have to be at the very edge of the screen. But if you actually aren't fully at the edge of the screen, it does a slash. And oh, you have to draw a figure 8, but if you do a circle around Link, then it fucking does a slash spin. So you have to do it off the side. It's just like, it just feels like junk. I'd rather the game just be harder and more like polished and tight than have all these gimmicks. It feels like they had like a mandate where like they had to make use of as much gimmicky DS shit as possible, which would make sense because this was in the height of like fad Nintendo gimmicky bullshit with the Wii and the DS, and you could see 5-10 years after that everything starts slowing down, and it's mostly utility and really well thought out touch and movement games, but he loves it. Yep, my favorite actor. Forward to the tier list. So it's one of those where it's like you get some ideas because of course you throw enough shit at the fucking wall and something's gonna stick, but for the most part it just tries too hard to do it. I mean, this game, if you had a stick, would be way better to like control, or even just a 2D, like a normal 2D Zelda where you just can swap into like draw mode and do cool stuff. That would have been fun. Yeah, I'm running out of fucking breath to explain why it's so good. So it's just like it's because my fucking sinus has been going. But it's just like, it's gimmicks and novelty bullshit above quality execution. You take like A Link Between Worlds, and it's like, it doesn't have that many gimmicks, but the new things it does have are very well thought out and run through every piece of the game and feel very clever. Not to mention just the basic like level design, right? Like these dungeons are like just autopilot. There's not much thinking. A lot of them tend to be extremely linear. A lot of them, like in the Hammer dungeon, will just reuse the same puzzle, but then you just like do it a couple more times afterwards, and they're just dull, right? They're paced like shit. I would say they're run of the mill. I think your average 2D Zelda dungeon is not too much better than these. But there's some standouts in this that are like way worse. So I just found those to be kind of whatever. It pulls like reusing puzzles. Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt it. The 3-block puzzle. Oh, you mean between different games? Like what, the push left and right and then sideways? Yeah. I mean like literally like a minute after a puzzle you do the next puzzle, and it's like the whole gimmick of the dungeon is like the hammer, and you do the same hammer puzzle like over and over. I mean, in terms of like trope, do you call those trope puzzles? Like classic video game puzzles? Yeah, there's a few in here probably that are shared, you know. with, you know, from all other Zelda games and shit, but yeah. I just mean like unique new ones, but then they like kind of overdo even those. I mean, it's not like the worst part of the game, but nothing really lets, I feel like, the items shine as much as they should. I feel like the best dungeon was probably the Goron one with the bomb shoes or something. Stuff like the bosses, I guess, are kind of a highlight. Like I said, they try to do some stuff. Either the bosses die in like 2 fucking hits or they go for a really long time, so it's a roller coaster. Like the ghost boss sucked. It took way too long and it was just a Ganondorf volley section. But, you know, you had some that were like tall set pieces, like the Colossus guy with the hammer. Then you had the Dodongo one, which was actually cool, where you're swapping between characters and then you're using bomb shoes and then you're having a duel. And the last boss was cute, but then they have to add like a shitty gimmick. It's like there's ideas, there's cool things, there's novelties, but it just falls apart at the seam, and a lot of it's just tedious, irritating. Like oh, instead of like a shortcut, you have to like run back 3 minutes through a whole dungeon or a whole island, or you know, stuff like that. It's like, oh, you know, here's the meta dungeon where you have to like get better at doing it and like be more optimal, but the shortcuts just skip stuff. And then the rest of the time you're just waiting for patrols or something. It's just like, instead of like varied floors with like small floors, big floors, interesting like riddles and notes you can take, like they just don't fully utilize all their unique shit. Like I said, I really like the idea of the dungeon where you like min-max it, but it's like it's piss easy and repetitive, and it needed to be a more core part of the game. Like you could design a whole game around it, right? You know, especially if you on the outside of the dungeon you actually upgraded more stuff and like optimized more and learned how to do the dungeon better. But it's just not fully featured enough. The floors are just kind of dull. Like you can, like I said, you can cut a few shortcuts out, you know. I had like 15 minutes left by the finale, right? Like they'll record your best time, I think, but it's like, who cares, man? Like, I don't know. I mean, that's the problem, is they want to introduce a concept like that, but I mean, it's a fucking Zelda game. It's like for kids too, right? Like kids play it. Like they're not going to use it enough. Yeah, that's the thing, and it's funny. The puzzles that you want to skip the most are the ones that you never can skip, where you have to lug around slow objects and wait for patrols, and you're just like, oh my god, like. But then they'll skip ones that are like 30 seconds of combat, and you're just like, really? That's the one? That's the floor we skip? It's like, I'm glad we're skipping it, but it's like, fuck, man. Not to mention, it's like, you know, there's side loot to find in there. But you want to cut off as much time as possible, so you're doing extra runs of this thing just to get all the loot, and it's just lame. There's like infinite chests and stuff. Like I said, I mean, most of the items in the chest are randomized. I got 4 tropical ships. Oh boy, I got a lot of money from it. What did I spend it on? Bag size increases? More ship parts? Like, I mean, who cares, right? It's just not a very tight game. It's got cute things here and there, and I'm sure I don't know. There's probably somebody fucking nostalgia who, you know, just sees the uniqueness of it and gives it that fat 10 out of 10. But I just don't think the meat's there, man. I went into this expecting to just hate the gimmicks, mostly just the gimmicks. But I found that the gimmicks and the novelty were some of the better stuff, and some of the stuff that I felt like had the most potential, but everything else was weak. I was comparing this to like a handheld version of a mascot platformer, like the Spyro Crash, like Banjo-Kazooie, you know, type of stuff, where they feel very cheap and they're just kind of wearing like the skin of the IP, and maybe they kind of get some of it, but it just doesn't deliver on like what's actually good about the series, and like this is just that for Zelda for me. Yeah, I don't hate the game. I think in general as a game, it's like just like it's weak. But you know, I had some fun. I was annoyed a lot of the time and bored. I had to get up just because I was bored sometimes, but you know, it's not like atrocious. But for the Zelda bar of quality, which is usually pretty good, it's pretty bad. Like, this is very low the totem pole. It ain't Zelda's, I mean, Zelda's Adventure is like in another fucking world, but like, you know, as far as like these, I mean, it's probably my least favorite non-complete shitpile Zelda, right? Like mainline. It's just not. I think it's a very interesting game to play if you're a fan of the series, because it shows you very clearly what Zelda usually gets right. Because this just gets most of it wrong. Worse than... Oh, yeah. I think Tears of the Kingdom is objectively a good game. I just think it's a poor sequel and probably shouldn't have been made. But like, I mean, it's fun. It's got cute ideas. It's definitely more polished and fleshed out. It's just... It's got a lot of problems. This is... I mean, I wasn't like... I mean, I was bored in Tears of the Kingdom after like 100 hours, but... I mean, this... At times I was just like, what the fuck? Like, really? Like a 10 seconds snare fucking beat on a repeat? Like... Stuff like that. It's just... Straight into Spirit Tracks? No way. I'm doing Space Marine next, bro. I need like a fucking reset. I mean, okay, so if you guys are interested in talking like series shop, I think by the time we're done with the majority of these, before the new one comes out, probably gonna do a tier list just for fun, just to shoot the shit about the entire series. Would have liked to have done like a memory play, but I mean, I've played the game like 1,000 times, so. So if you guys want to make a tier list or anything of all these, have those ready. I'll kind of mention when we're gonna do it, and going to shoot the shit about Zelda. We'll do that. It just kind of depends on when we do the Four Swords stuff. Looking forward to seeing what that's all about. And if I can figure out Triforce Heroes, like I said, I gotta get somebody to host it. Otherwise, I might just skip it because I'm not gonna play it solo. Fasto, is Tingles, are those very touch heavy? They feel, I didn't realize they were DS. I thought they were GBA for some reason. They seem like the name, with the name and them being a spin-off, that they'd be touch nightmares. But I'm curious if they actually are. But I thought about maybe trying to do those soon as well. Suffer for the art. No, not right now. Not right now. We'll do Space Marine and then maybe after. I don't know. We finished Sharker. Yeah, it was like 40 minutes from... Well, the final boss was 30 minutes long. It was a pretty long sequence. Pretty cool non-stop sequence, really. A shame they ruin it with like gimmicks and all that, but... One is doable, I think. You walk with buttons. Yeah, it just depends. Like, if it's touch heavy... Like, difficultly touch heavy... I'm not hacking my Wii U right now, so we might not get to it. But if I can do it with like a mouse comfortably, that's fine. If it's like psycho shit though, like you need a stylus, then I'm not gonna. We'll just do it another time. Okay. Well, we'll try to do that then. I need to find a translation for the second one, but we got the first one. There is some psycho shit. The final section. Okay. That must be what outcasts this thing. I'll have to try to figure it out. Okay. I mean, I could probably do it with mouse, you think? Like I said, I played this on Wii U because this was on the Wii U shop, which is dead now. But there's only like 20 games that released on it, and Tingles is not on there, so I'd have to hack my Wii U to be able to do this, and we're not going to be able to, and I can't stream a normal DS, so. The sequel's 100% Psycho, but the first game is Psycho 2? Okay. I just don't, even if it's doable, I don't want it to be like, makes me hate the game, right? But I got you. But the second one might not be doable. Okay. We'll have to see. So I'd like to play them before the tier list, but I want to play them as God intended. Same with Triforce here. That's right. I've been told very, you know, implicitly like just don't do it solo. And I watched some gameplay of solo and it looked like a fucking nightmare, so. Alright, Tingles game right now. No, man, not right now. I need a fucking break from this one. I've been streaming 11 hours. I mean, I might start Space Marine. I'm waiting for my brother to wake up to jump my car so I can take my key out of my car. Because when the battery is dead and you try to start your car with my car, it locks the key in it for some fucking reason. I need to jump it just to pull my key out so I can forget my car exists. Does your life feel more complete now? It does. I think it's gonna be something I reference back a lot. I mean, was it the best of times? Probably not. But it was interesting. It was valuable. It was fun to talk about. 2 hours of sleep? Jesus, man. That would be stressful. I've been there. Quite a bit. I'm the master of fucked sleep. Well, hopefully you get off of work, what, 3-4 hours? Get you a nap, go to bed. But yeah, I guess in general, we'll kind of wrap it up. I've already kind of said that, I think, and maybe we missed some shit. I think we covered most of it pretty well. Bad upgrades, pretty shitty adventure because of lack of interesting locations. And honestly, while interesting enough travel, kind of tedious because the amount of monsters and shit. Clunky combat and movement. Too many gimmicks. Some cool stuff. Some interesting novelties. Just never really executes on it. Mechanically or mostly in level design and enemy variety and stuff. Some bosses that are neat here and there. But it's kind of a roller coaster of whether you're going to instantly kill them or spend 10 hours on them. Not difficult, but just long, right? Pretty bad intro, takes a long time to get going. The game in general is very slowly paced. Very boring to look at. Not really like a fun story setup. Like most Zelda games, atmosphere's pretty weak. Probably the worst Zelda soundtrack off the top of my head. Or at least the worst, the most pathetic Zelda soundtrack. It's like 90% reused music, and then the rest is just like 10-second snare loops, and it's actually irritating. So I think that's bad. I think that was everything. So yeah, in general, as a game, it's okay. Kind of weak. But as a Zelda, it's bad. How did you get that footage of Outcast, man? But yeah, we'll be doing Spirit Track soon, and hopefully the Four Swords games. And then I guess Tingles 1. I don't know if I could do Tingle 2. We'll talk about it more. Okay, is it? Should I be playing it with like a mouse? Or can I just have a mouse off to the side, or is it like I should probably have a focused mouse? Borderline impossible. Okay. Oh god, I wish I had like some kind of pad I could use on like PC or something. The second Tingles game didn't even come out in the West. Okay, I'll play in the other setup then. When we do Tingle 1. I'll blow my fucking wrist out if I have to. Because over here it's like I'll have it's over here, but it's like awkward, right? Yeah, I don't know what other Zelda games would be missing. There's actually like a Zelda balloon fight game that came out in Japan that was like part of the Tingle thing and all that. I don't know if we'll get that into the micro games and shit. I think the major games, that'll be most of them. Let me check a list. Zelda games. And then obviously next month or two we've got a new game. So. Oh, I think my brother's up, so we're gonna probably gonna jump out real quick and jump that car. Can I get like a list that's like smaller? Fuck that. Oh, Tetra trackers. Yeah, I'm fine if it's like just point and click. I'll just have the mouse ready. Okay, let's here we go. I don't know if this is the full list, but we've played all these. Link's Awakening, Oracles, Four Swords Adventures, Four Swords. Man, Phantom Hourglass came out after Twilight Princess? Holy moly. Spirit Track. Man, imagine not getting a Zelda game for 4 years, but you got Spirit Track in the middle. Wow, I didn't know this was a new Link. This looks like Toon Link. That's crazy. Triforce Heroes with the Wild. So this doesn't have like Tetris trackers. That's more a spin-off shit. Can you even play Tetris trackers? Oh, my brother just went back to bed. Never mind. Look at Breath of the Wild to TOTK. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how long games take to make now. But even then, I mean, I don't know how it took that long. Yeah, where is Breath of the Wild? 2017. You got a remake, a port, and then Tears of the Kingdom, dude. COVID. Even then, man. I mean, that probably could delay a couple of years, but fuck, man. It still took 6 years, dude. And they delayed the release of this probably for the Switch. And this shit was done, man. Surely before 2017, because it was like a Switch Wii U release. Who knows, though? I mean, maybe they're polishing it. 6 years, and then yeah, OOT's like... Yeah, it was a long time, actually, between Link's Awakening and Ocarina of Time. Well, yeah, I guess they needed to delay it some more. Yeah, crazy back then, like 1 year later, pretty much you get Majora's Mask, then the Oracles games, and then not even like a year or two after that, it's like Wind Waker, Minish Cap, couple years. In 8 years, you're already through Twilight Princess. And then Breath of the Wild to Tears of the Kingdom. It's like 6 years, dude. I mean, that was back in a time where games were much quicker to make, and technology was also busting way quicker for games, but it's still kind of sad. Yeah, also they were... I mean, Breath of the Wild's pretty good. You could argue that one's up there, but yeah. Tears of the Kingdom's pretty... Well, I feel like objectively good, pretty well made for what it is, and then you compare it to like, you know, yeah, like a Wind Waker, Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time run, right? It doesn't quite stack up for me, yeah. Curious. Look, dude, we need more 150-hour games, alright? Perfectly paced 30, 40-hour games. That's old school. That's the past, man. Loser shit. I'm very curious what they'll do next. I mean, Aonuma seem pretty hard up on continuing the trend. But maybe they'll adjust it a bit. I mean, that's what we thought Tears of the Kingdom would be. I thought Breath of the Wild was godly, but like... Oh, godly. I thought it was really good, but had a lot of potential, but it didn't... Tears of the Kingdom didn't realize any of it. So I'm hoping this next one's the one that actually does, so... We'll see. Maybe he'll regret his words and deeds and we'll get something totally different for the next game. It's in development. I mean, Grezzo's making this new one, but I mean, that's something totally different. So. Anyways, I'm really thirsty, so I'm gonna go grab a drink. I don't know when my brother's gonna be up to do a car jump. We'll find out. But, yeah, so this was fun to shoot the shit about. I think Spirit Tracks, I want to try to do it later in the day, like these times. To get more shooting the shit about. We had some good conversations with some people in the dead hours for sure, but there's more people interested in Zelda, so kind of doing it in the morning, afternoon, evening might be better, but at the end of the day, I'm just going to play when I play it, because we've got like, what, month and a half, 2 months till the next one. But, yeah. Can never get everybody in at the same time, but I like to try. And I can shoot the shit more instead of just always ramp. But, yeah. So, Space Marine next, probably, or something small. At some point we'll do, T5 as well. So, anyways, I'm gonna take a little break here. Might be back on, might not. Might be tomorrow. So, unless is some kind of psychic spell takes over me, will not be starting Spirit Tracks now. Because I feel like I would dislike it like too much because I just came off of this, which I'm pretty tired of. I'm on edge, you could say. I'd rather not kind of give it the unfair shake, so we'll probably do some first.